Well, I know that one of the things that you're exceptionally good at is breaking down a complex idea into its components. So it's a little bit like taking the puzzle back apart and saying, here are the parts, and then bringing them together and showing people how to put the puzzle together in a way that makes a lot of sense. And I know that we'll have slides that actually, you can get them. I know people could email you.
Sure.
And, go to your website, morepowertopublish.com,
Mm-hmm.
and they can get some information about that. If you were to sit there and say, the 4 basic concepts that we want to cover during these shows of Monetize Your Mind, those would end up being what?
Well, the first one is understanding what the value you have in your mind is. It's more, and we'll talk about this in the next segment, but it's more than just your knowledge. There is a lot of value that each person gains through their experience and their lifetime that we'll talk about. And then you can take that value and use it to create content. I mean, the world is really hungry for content.
Mm-hmm.
On the internet, it's easy. You can build a website, but unless you have content in that website, it's really rather useless. So how do you take what you have, how do you take the intellectual property that you have in your mind and turn it into content that the world wants? And then how do you take that content, the third section, and begin to repurpose it in various ways, reuse it in ways that will be effective and ways that people will want? And we'll talk about that.
So that's creating your content.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, right? And so they'll show that. Very good. And then the next thing is?
The next thing we'll give an overview of one of the workshops we have coming up, More Power to Publish, is actually teaching people methods and systems of taking content and monetizing it. And
Awesome.
we'll get into that and explain that a little bit.
Well, one of the things, we'll also be showing a couple of other slides that talk about the repurposing and then even the More Power to Publish. This is Monetizing Your Mind. It's a gift today for the viewers. Hopefully you're seeing it either in Houston or DFW. More Monetizing Your Mind. This is Pat Dewar. We'll be right back.
You can become a published author. Discover a system that will lead you from idea to having your book on the bookshelves. Bob Baer pulls back the curtain at the More Power to Publish workshop. Watch and learn how to follow the step-by-step plan to turn your idea into a published book. Learn more at morepowertopublish.com.